How can I grow my brand by building a sense of community? Today's consumer market is intimate, and the decision to buy is emotional. If we're going to associate ourselves with your brand, we want to feel proud of ourselves for making such a great choice. Here's the fastest way to bring us on board. Today, we're going to answer the question on every entrepreneur's mind: how do I build brand community? In this episode, I'm going to give you the first 3 things a brand needs to build a community. And you're going to want to stick around to the end of the video because I'm going to give you access to a very special, amazing resource we created to help your brand start making connections with people that convert like crazy. First, let's talk about why a brand needs a community. I want you to imagine you're at a good friend's house party and you see someone you know walk through the door and wow, his hair looks amazing. I mean, it's shining and full body and he's really never looked better. You start to head over to him and tell him how great he's looking. And you notice another friend that stops you dead in your tracks. Her hair is full of body and shine too. So you round them both up and you're like, okay, you two. What are you doing? Why is your hair so perfect? You have to tell me what you two are doing. And one friend says she found this new conditioner online and she loves it. The results have been amazing and she's totally hooked. And she's turned out to her other friend who's been using the same conditioner. He says, yeah, my girlfriend's mom bought it for her. And now I have it. It's great. Okay. Need they say anything more? You find it online right there at the party, don't you? You might say it's a little pricey, but whatever. It's obviously worth it. So now let's say you're at the same party and there's a sales rep at the party who came to talk about this new amazing conditioner. So he gets on a microphone and gives this whole talk about why this conditioner is so great and you should buy it. Are you going to be as eager to drop the cash to buy this expensive conditioner from the salesy stranger? Probably not. That's the power of community in branding. The brand community is a group of people who love how your brand makes them feel so much they can't wait to tell other people about you. And word of mouth advertising is 50 times more effective than any sales pitch, any advertising, any promotion or marketing strategy in existence. So creating word of mouth advertising is the #1 way to brand in 2021 and beyond. It's how you come out of nowhere and become an inspiration to millions. Your ideal individuals are out there, and whether they know it or not, they need your brand. You'll get your products and services to them faster by focusing your energy on building your brand community. And then your brand community will do the selling for you or with you. So let's dive right into the first 3 things your brand needs to build a community. First, we have throw the right party. Human beings are communal by nature. We're tribal. We thrive on a sense of belonging, feeling accepted and embraced by the communities we circulate in. The desire to belong is already there. And what your brand must do is throw the kind of party that will make your ideal individuals feel at home with that. A marketing study a while ago revealed that Volvo had the largest brand community of people with a college degree. So Volvo decided to publish this fact, basically saying that Volvo owners are intelligent, impressive crowd. Then the next year, Volvo did the same study and found that the number of college-educated Volvo owners had increased by 30%. The reason is because this decision to buy is emotional. And we're driven by a need to be where we feel we belong, where we feel good. When Volvo went public saying they have the most intelligent community, they basically triggered people who wanted to feel like they belong to a group of intellects to buy a Volvo. And that's the power of community in branding. So the first thing you need to do is to get to know your ideal individuals best. The brand that knows them the best is the brand who wins brand loyalty. So ask yourself, what problem does my product or service solve for my ideal individuals? What are the things that are most important to them? Is it family? Is it their career? Is it their pets, their status? Remember, you're not your ideal individual. If you were, then you wouldn't need you. But other brands do your ideal individuals enjoy? Ask yourself that. Go to those websites and social media platforms and read their conversations, read their reviews. What do they stand for? What would they never stand for? And structure your brand around throwing them the kind of party that makes them say, yes, this party is for me. These people are my people. You wouldn't throw a tailgate party for the Mercedes-Benz community, and you wouldn't throw a former gala for the Ford pickup truck community, right? So get to know your ideal individuals best, and then use your brand to throw them the party they would throw themselves. Because the brand that knows them the best is the brand that wins brand loyalty. And brand loyalists are the ones who will create the word-of-mouth advertising that will grow your brand. Now, the second thing your brand needs to build a community is enthusiasm. I always say that enthusiasm is catchy, and it's true. There's actual consumer science to back it up. No other emotional trigger triggers the reward center in our brains faster than enthusiasm. How great is that about humans? And studies in neuroscience show that all of the emotions, out of all of them, enthusiasm is literally the most contagious. Doesn't that give you hope for humanity? Enthusiasm is the secret formula that explains why people wait in line overnight to buy the new iPhone or Air Jordans. Enthusiasm is the culprit behind that rowdy, spirited tension that fills a stadium during that playoff game for that like big trophy that feels so thick you could almost cut it with a knife. Enthusiasm is the fabric that binds everyone together at like Madison Square Garden as they sway in unison to that epic rock ballad, right? Have you ever been part of that crowd? You're filled with enthusiasm. Enthusiasm inspires people in a way that brings them together in all forms of community. Creating enthusiasm is a branding superpower for building communities, and I'd go so far as to say that it isn't possible to build a brand community without it. In fact, if you would like to learn more about the power of enthusiasm and branding, type #enthusiasm in the comments below and I'll get to that right away. Generate enthusiasm in your ideal individuals by surprising them with unexpected gifts of appreciation. Delight them with humorous content that has nothing to do with selling them anything and is purely there to put a smile on their faces. Engage them in exciting drawings and special giveaways. These are the little things that will make your ideal individuals feel like your brand really knows them best and cares about what your brand can do to make their lives easier, better, and more fun. And third, we have make them proud. In today's fast-paced digital marketplace, people are looking more closely at brands than ever before. The internet brings us so many options that we no longer have to make product-based decisions. Instead, we look to the brands as we ask ourselves, is this me? And the way that they will know whether or not that they want to align themselves with your brand will be looking at your brand's values and ethics. Today's ultra-discerning customers, they only want to align themselves with the brands that make them feel good about themselves. And so how well does your brand build its community of brand loyalists by making them feel good? Is going to largely depend on how well your brand upholds its values and ethics. A good brand is a promise kept, but a great brand is a promise kept again and again and again. This creates a thriving community. That's the result of that promise kept over and over again. When you make your ideal individuals proud to be associated with your brand, you make them feel proud of themselves for being smart, savvy, for choosing you. And it even goes much deeper than that. A brand community is, in essence, a series of meaningful relationships that your brand has forged with each and every person. Your product or service is making their lives better and delivering on a promise for a greater future that they are all living into with the help of your brand. Deepen these relationships by reaching out beyond your business and use your brand to do good in the world. Make donations, participate in community outreach, find out what causes are important to your ideal individuals, and offer support to those in the name of your brand community. Now you've created a deeper layer of emotional exchange where every time they support your brand, they're also making the world a better place by association. So there you have it, the first 3 things your brand needs to build a community. Throw the right party, enthusiasm, and make them proud. Remember to comment with #enthusiasm if you'd like me to provide you with a more in-depth episode on the subject. And as promised, I want to give you a gift from me, a wonderful tool I've created to give you some actionable clarity going forward, a free branding checklist filled with top tips to connect with your audience in 2021. You can find it in the description, and I want you to use it to fast track your progress with building your brand community, because it is the entrepreneur that is the one that always changes the world for the better. Thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this episode, hit the subscribe button and don't forget to click the bell so you don't miss a single thing. I release new videos every Tuesday and Thursday, so treat these episodes as a masterclass for becoming an inspiration to millions with branding. And as always, the way to become an inspiration to millions starts right here. Love what you do. Love how you do it. Thanks for watching. Don't miss out on a single thing. Subscribe below. And here's something else I think you'll love.